What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And for today's video guys, I have several news. First of all, I will show you an update from Richard Hoffman in regards to his arbitration. And I will explain you all the details and all the deadlines that are ahead of us. Then I will continue with a quite interesting lawsuit. We have a new lawsuit against SEC, but this lawsuit was filed not from our side, from the retail community side, but it was filed from the major market maker. And guys, I have to say that this lawsuit confirms that market maker is trying to make the execution of their short position much easier, and this lawsuit pretty much exposes one of the biggest market maker on the market right now. And guys, the head of this market maker is the person who lied under the oath. On top of that, I will show you an update, an upcoming update that will take place this week from the Congress, and definitely this video worth your attention. And before we dive deep into all of this, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section for whatever reasons you want. It is the easiest way how we can push this video forward to the broader audience, and the more people know about our case, the more chances we have to solve this issue in our favor. So let's start with the news itself. Finally, Richard Hoffman made an update in regards to his arbitration, and I highly encourage you to subscribe to follow his Twitter account, RahRao999, and to subscribe to his YouTube channel, Not Legal Advice, KNOT. And just 12 hours ago, he posted this video that is not so long, about 11.5 minutes long, where he explained the current status of his arbitration. And guys, for those of you who don't know, Richard Hoffman is one of our headliners who filed one of the first lawsuits against FINRA, and it was back in end of 2022 or at the very beginning of 2023. I didn't remember the exact date, but this lawsuit was dismissed and it was pretty much switched to the arbitration process, and Richard is still in this arbitration. And guys, in my yesterday's video, I reminded you that we have the preliminary deadline that should take place by the end of April. And Richard reminded me and basically to all of us that this deadline should be on April the 30th. And it should be some kind of hearings, preliminary hearings, where it should be made a decision in regards to the main arbiter of the arbiters panel. And guys, the issue with this arbiter is quite interesting. You know that Richard has a huge experience in litigations and arbitrations. Definitely, his opinion is very valuable for all of the people. And in Richard's opinion, it is the worst conducted arbitration, providing the least due process of any arbitration he has participated in. And guys, his opinion is based on the recent actions that was made by arbiters, that was performed by arbiters, because there is 20 claims in his arbitration, and none of these claims, basically all of these claims, were denied, and it was denied without any explanation from the arbiters. And guys, it is quite interesting position, but with this information, with these denials without any explanation, Richard cannot oppose to these decisions because he doesn't know what is the base of this decision in order to challenge these decisions. And this, in my opinion, is the most ridiculous arbitration that I've seen. And guys, I have to say that Richard also has a plan B. He files all the issues with this arbitration in the federal court. But at this point, he doesn't know whether he will participate in new litigation in order to challenge this arbiters panel or not, because it is very time-consuming process, it is very expensive process, and Richard is fighting all alone, because in my opinion, we don't have a lot of litigations on the table right now. Definitely some results might be from the side of Mark Basile and his firm. Some results might be from the side of John Burda, his flamethrower, and Wes Christian, but in general, the most prominent ways to solve our problem is the congressional way. And what is more interesting, we have another potential way how this issue might be resolved. Let me show you this tweet that was published just 12 hours ago by Meta News, and Meta News wrote, "Breaking, billionaires are alerting Nasdaq, New York Stock Exchange, and the DOJ of illegal short-selling practices, naked shorting, and investigations are currently being conducted. This includes Donald Trump media, Elon Musk, and Richard Branson." And you know that all of these companies were heavily shorted recently, and we have the latest update from Donald Trump media that Citadel Securities is trying to push the price of DJT to the downside, and they use their preferable strategy of naked shorting. And this is huge. I have to admit that these people, Elon Musk, Richard Branson, and definitely Donald Trump, have the highest exposure on the broader audience. And let me show you that just recently Donald Trump said this. This is the tweet that was reposted by Jen, and Jen reposted this tweet that was written by AMC cheerleader just 8 hours ago. And here you can see the speech of Donald Trump. Here is the main idea. I hear the shorts are working. They are working so hard. But shorts can get hurt very badly, says future President Mr. Trump. And guys, yes, you know that short position is quite risky if you use it properly, if you use it without any violations. But, for example, Citadel Securities is using the illegal practice. They add a huge amount of liquidity to the market, and they use this liquidity in order to push the price of the asset down. And what is more importantly, they use the illegal practices to hide these positions by switching it to other jurisdiction. They move for these short positions from the US stock market to other markets. And in their balance sheet, the value of their sold and not yet purchased position becomes extremely high. More than tens of billions of dollars for each and every short seller's company. And guys, definitely Donald Trump is talking about his company DJT, but in general, if this issue will be brought to the mass audience, definitely the entire problem will be solved in the blink of an eye. And it is related not only to DJT, but it is related to other companies like AMC, GME, MMTLP, bunch of other companies that were shorted, illegally shorted by these naked shorters. And guys, let me show you some details in regards to the latest lawsuit that was filed against a Securities and Exchange Commission. So, RRR1 wrote this tweet. Citadel worried about me and you, laughable. More like afraid of their counterfeit shares will be exposed. Shares sold, not never purchased. Settle the trades for illegal trading now. No more petty cash fines. And he refers to the Kristen Shaughnessy's tweet that she wrote just 13 hours ago. And Kristen wrote, this is Citadel's lawsuit, and this is the spin they put on it to make it seem like they're protecting retail. They are worried about how the transparency of the CAT system will hold them accountable. If they were actually worried about the retail, Citadel would demand trade settlement. And guys, let me show you the first page of this lawsuit. You can find it, for example, on MB Twitter account. The CAT will expose all Ponzi schemes. For this reason, people like Ken Griffin are scared of the CAT. And that is why Ken Griffin and Citadel Securities filed this lawsuit in order to facilitate their activity. And MB also wrote this tweet and on Trades reposted it. MB wrote, spoiler alert, Ken Griffin does not give a shit about your privacy. How ironic that he and other market makers pay brokers for your private information. Do not fall for this SEC invites your privacy MSM propaganda. Give SEC access to Wall Street books. Expose the Ponzi. And guys, how it is even possible that Citadel Securities that was fined multiple times because of their illegal activity, How in the world none of the C-level executives of this company were fined directly, or none of them was sentenced and none of them are in jail? Because we know that, for example, Ken Griffin lied under the oath, and let me show you this tweet that was published by Investor Truth 17 hours ago. Watch this video where Ken Griffin of Citadel lies under oath for the House Committee on Financial Services. This video is hard to find, but we managed to secure a copy. Please retweet and tag your local representatives. And he is talking about the relationships in between Robinhood and Citadel Securities. And here's their official statements back in, let me show you, in September, end of September of 2021. Citadel Securities wrote, Citadel did not ask Robinhood or any other firm to restrict or limit its trading activity on January 27th. Citadel Securities was the only major market maker during this time that provided continuous liquidity every minute for every trading day. Ken Griffin and Vlad Tenev have never met or spoken. And guys, this is a pure lie, because if you Google like this, Ken Griffin lied to Congress, you can see a lot of links to his lie, and one of them is right here. Robinhood and Citadel Securities discussed ways to limit PFOF for one or both symbols, and these symbols are AMC and GME. And PFOF is the payment for order flow, which is used by major market makers in order to know the exact position of retail investors, and they can basically use this liquidity in order to push the price of certain asset in their favorable direction. And guys, this is the direct speech from Ken Griffin, and this means that he lied under the oath when he was asked by the Congress. And here is the proof of that, and here is the video where he lied. And how it is even possible that Ken Griffin is still one of the wealthiest person on the stock market, and he is still the head of Citadel Securities. It doesn't make sense in my opinion. And definitely this issue should be investigated, and we have to push this case forward. On top of that, guys, we have another option, and you know that a lot of people, a lot of MMTLP community members for now, don't believe to the path of the resolution through Congress, because some of the Congress members don't want us to have this resolution. But let me show you this explanation. Glass Guy wrote this tweet 17 hours ago, and he commented, "We are so close, stay the course. This isn't the time to be in one of the batters. The game is still in progress, and we are in extra innings, the 16th inning. Keep playing until we win." And he published this screenshot, which explains perfectly fine, explains the situation around the Congress on the example of the baseball team. And he said, imagine a baseball team and you not liking or agreeing with some of the players on your team. You never have and you never will. Now imagine that player up to bat and the other team's pitcher nailing him with a pitch on purpose. Are you going to sit on the bench or are you going to charge the mound? That's how Congress works. They may not agree with each other, but they are on the same team. If you attack one, you attack them all. And definitely, guys, I still think that the Congress path is one of the most prominent for us and for our case. And we are still working. If you don't see any news from the Congress, from Congress members or from the community members in regards to the Congress solution, definitely it doesn't mean that no one works for this resolution. For example, let me show you this picture that was published by Syntax Queen of the Metaverse just a couple of days ago. And I saw it yesterday and the day before yesterday, but I didn't pay much attention to this because it is just a picture with Rick Scott. But here you can see just 19 hours ago, Canwilt35 asked this question. Can you share any details? And Syntax Queen of the Metaverse, I can in a couple days. And this means something's happened behind the scenes, and she had a conversation with Rick Scott, and definitely this might be another piece of information that will lead us to major resolution. And guys, it is not the time to surrender. We have to unite, and we have to push our case forward. And the main call to action is still the same. You have to call your congressman's office and ask your representative to contact James Comer's office to express support for an MMTLP congressional hearing. And this is the main call to action. And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me, and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star